we got a super OP Steph Curry build right here. This is where you want to have the stats placed at. Alright, this is where you want to place him. 6'2", 166, 6'5", and we're going to show you where and how and why this build is OP. Now, you guys know I go into breakdowns on the builds. I break down the stats. I try to give you guys a little bit more different play styles rather than you just make a build for left and right and certain attribute purposes, okay? So we're going to make this build do everything Curry can do. Realize that. Understand that. All right, we only go down to the 6'2" height. I think he's a little bit taller, 6'3" maybe, but we're going to go with that 6'2" just for certain other stats and badge reasons. Never mind, I just confirmed that he is 6'2", so we're at the exact height. We go with the 6'5" wingspan. We make sure that this build has defense and mismatch expert on Hall of Fame, so it's the perfect build to just be the better guard than the next guard. You know, most guards don't put defense in their build. I understand, like, okay, don't throw rebounding in there because you're going to have a center do all that for you. I get that. But to play defense on your end, to be able to play perimeter defense and to be able to get blocks will be very crucial. To be able to contest, some guards don't even want to put intimidator on their build or even make their arms long, so it's like they just got small arms. They're just trying to pluck you with a high steal, but we even make sure to have a high steal, a 99 steal as well on this build, so it's just nasty. Let's get into the stats now. Look at these stats. Beautiful. Now remember, you have your rebirth here, and what I would do is kind of just go more towards the finishing and the defense for your rebirth to make him a real Curry. Like, of course Curry don't got crazy defense, but we still got to make our build able to play defense in 2K. So you see we got 20 defensive badge points there. Remember, you got your rebirth points and the seasonal points to add to your build, so you guys are going to be able to make them even more crazy. But I would say prioritize to defense and finishing. Why? Because you see the playmaking and offense is stacked. There's no need to go even more crazier. There's no need. Now let's get into this. You see the finishing, close shot 85, 89. You see we get Giant Slayer gold and Acrobat gold, so the finishing is crazy. Slithery finisher gold, so the finishing is crazy. You're going to be able to do the layups like Curry, get buckets off. You see teardropper, you see all the finishing right there. This is why I say add a couple of rebirth points to the finishing, just so you can actually have teardropper and unstrippable on higher points, right? But you still get 16 points here. That's good. So we move on to that and we go to the shooting. You know Curry got it. Look, you know he got to shoot good. 91 3, 94 mid-range, and you see we get mixed match expert on Hall of Fame. That is one of the most overpowered badges right now, because once you get that screen and you get to the side, it's like that plus Deadeye plus blinders. It's like plus all the other badges, Green Machine, like all those shooting badges. Like, nah, you got to make sure you playing that crazy defense on those guards. Then we go with a 66 free throw. People who are good, they add clutch shooter on bronze. People who are good, you can shoot with a 66 in the rec pro-am, you know, so we just throw that there. But you know, I make a lot of builds for park all around, so we gonna leave that 66 there. This is a skill build. Now when we look at the playmaking, the pass accuracy, we go with the 83. You still get bullet passer on silver, and now I'm making more builds that have it like silver and not just always trying to go for gold. Still being in the 80s passing is very, very good. We have the mathematics system in the game. You'll reach to 85. Your bullet passer on silver will basically be like gold, and passing still deals with IQ. They recently have buffed the bullet passer on silver. It feels way better, so this is how we're gonna be making these builds a little bit more, so we can get more different playmaking, higher stats, different other just better stats. All right, look, ball handling 89. You're gonna be able to break people, get that ankle breaker gold. Curry, you know what time it is. Speed with ball 92, so you're gonna be fast. A lot of people, they be wanting that quick first step Hall of Fame, so I made sure to get that on Hall of Fame. That's like really the most important, just so you can move around fast, get those first nice quick steps, those speed boosts to launch clean. I know how it is. Sometimes when you have a Hall of Fame, you got like 8 of them, depending on your stamina, your speed. You got like 8 fast, like first quick steps you can combine together, like, you know, you get them with some crazy combos. Now let's get to the defense. This is the most important part. Perimeter 80, that's crazy. Then you got the steal, a 99 steal. You're plucking everything, moving. Hall of Fame pickpocket. In the block at a 60. Why do we get that 60 block? Because we get chase down artists on bronze and pogo stick, so you can contest in case you got contest off screens. You get that extra jump. Then you got intimidator on bronze, so you can get better contest on them. Chase down artists, so you can block them whenever they try to rim run you to the paint. And you still got clamps on silver and you got Menace on silver, which is still good. You see you got Interceptor Hall of Fame, you're good to go. So this build is just not an offensive build that can play defense. That's why you got the Silver Clamps and the Silver Menace. Use those 2 badges along with Pickpocket Hall of Fame. Use those badges. Add some rebirth points so you're gonna be able to get Intimidator on bronze. You're gonna be able to get Pogo Stick on bronze and chase down artists. That's easy. But when you want to try to get a little bit more like Pickpocket Hall of Fame, and then you may run Hustler, but run these 2 badges on silver. You're gonna be good to go. Now, when you look at the speed, you got a 90 speed, 85 acceleration, so you're still moving around fast on defense as well. You're still able to chase down a person fast, right? So that's key. You know, when a guard gets past you and then he tries to go take that bailout layup, you're going to get a block that's going to add to your takeover meter. You're going to be the more powerful guard at that point. You see, we got the vertical at 44. I want to add in a little bit of vertical. It's not going to do anything or change anything to your layups. You're still going to be able to get off and do layups and go crazy in the paint. Vertical is really for jumping straight up and down. You're not going to be catching no boards on this build. This is a Curry build, so you're really an offensive player going crazy. Then we got the stamina placed at 83. We don't put it OD high because you put running handles for days on gold, having 83 stamina. When you're going crazy in the game, your stamina doesn't drop. When you get Gym Rat, your stamina doesn't drop to no crazy point to where you need a 99 and it's like, oh, without a 99 you can't go crazy. No, depending on your skill, you don't have to use maxed out stats in every category because you're good enough to make it balanced. That's the point of making balanced builds. You'll take hits in certain stats and still be able to use them. You see what I'm saying? Some people go ahead and just say, you know what, I gotta max out all my stats for this build to be good, or for me to, I have to have this high stat right here. But when you really know how this game works, when people really understand that math system, how it works, your stats are always rising in game depending on your good plays that you make. So then it comes down to your badge play. How are you maneuvering with badges? What badges are you using to make those good plays happen and play out in the game? See, when people not think like that, then they miss how your stats don't really mean nothing if you ain't know how to use your badges right with your stats. Your badges don't mean anything if you don't know how to correlate your badges right to your stats. So everything is like a chess game now with 2K. When you're making your builds, people don't really need to be like, oh, this build's trash, that build is trash, this build is, there's really no trash build. There is a bad way you can make a build for certain scenarios if you're playing the rec, if you're playing park, if you're playing against certain competition. But ultimately, if you're just playing 2K and you making your stats where you want to put them and you become nice with it, you know, you make it work, then that's how it plays out. So you really never hear OG say somebody's build is trash, man. You can lose to many of trash builds in 2K in the park. But this is the OP glitch Steph Curry build. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.